weeks ago, I started a series on energy market insights, which wasn't necessarily looking at energy market conditions, but more on a general understanding of how the Australian energy market works. I started by looking at your energy bill. Now let's dig a little bit deeper. Look at your network charges. What you'll notice is one of your largest network charges is your network demand charge. It's important to understand how you're being charged on this network demand charge. You're generally charged two ways. You're charged on kilowatt hours, which is working power, which is the power that's used to actually perform the work in creating your heat, light, motion, or whatever else is required. However, some clients are actually charged a kVA demand tariff. Now, what kVA is, it also looks at your reactive power. So it's the stuff that doesn't do the useful work, but rather sustains the electromagnetic field on site. Without getting too technical, both of these together combine to create apparent power, which is measured in kVA. This is important because if you're getting charged on a kVA demand tariff, you're getting charged for the energy that you're not using. Simply put, it's not always the case that the amount of electricity you receive is equivalent to the amount of electricity you use. In fact, most consumers are being billed on wasted electricity. The simplest way to think about this is think about a glass of beer. You pay for the entire glass of beer, however the froth is the wasted component, which you can't do much with. The exact same can be said for the consumption of electricity. You're liable to pay for your supply even if you aren't able to utilise all of it. Power factor is a measure of this inefficiency. A power factor of 1 means everything you're drawing from the grid is being utilised on site. Your power is working efficiently. However, anything you'd say beneath 0.95, for instance, is definitely worth investigating because the fix is actually a very simple solution and has very quick payback periods. So what you need to understand is, how do I know what my power factor is? Some retailers will show it, but not often. The best way to understand what your power factor is to have some sort of monitoring service overarching your energy supply. This will tell you what your power factor is on a month-to-month basis. It's important to understand what your power factor is at the point of max demand, because tweaking this can have huge implications on your overall kVA demand charge. In some instances, your kVA demand charge will be the highest individual charge in your bill. So you need to understand your power factor so you can understand what you can do to fix it. A poor power factor indicates that your operations are not utilising the usage of the electrical power being supplied to your premises. If your business is built on this kVA demand tariff, then your network charges will be higher if you have a poor power factor. So what's the fix? It's actually quite simple. You can install a power factor correction unit, which sits next to your meter, and it consists of capacitors which act as reactive current generators. By providing reactive power, they reduce the total amount of power you must draw from the network. For the same working power, you can then reduce your reactive power, which will then reduce your apparent power, as mentioned earlier, which is kVA. So what are the next steps? Simple. Look at your electricity bill. Can you see what your power factor is? If you can't, that's fine. Give us a call and we'll have a look into that for you. Once you understand what your power factor is, then you can decide if it's worth installing a power factor correction unit. In the right instances, installing a power factor correction unit will dramatically reduce your kVA demand charge, thus reducing one of your largest charges over energy. For more technical information or to understand if power factor correction unit works for your business, please reach out to us and we'd be more than happy to assist. Thank you very much and have a great day.